Well, hello. I was flipping through YouTube looking for some live performances based on a suggestion that I got. So I'm having a little bit of trouble rounding all my thoughts on a video that I'm making, basically a review on the entire first album, Aurora. Here we are. And I got a suggestion to check out some of her live stuff. So I was looking, just kind of thumbing through, and I saw this one at a festival. And I like festival performances. They're not, I don't know, they're not always as dressed up as like concert halls, which are usually amazing. But there's just a raw energy that you tend to find. And so I want to check it out. So let's check it out. And it's called When the Dark Dresses Lightly. And it says it's like May last year, maybe. 5. Forgive me. I think 5. Is that May? I don't know. Oh, it's only 3 minutes. It's only 3.5 minutes. It's very short. So let's give it a... Oh, you know what I did not do? I just realized I don't have my headphones set up. I'm all plugged up, almost ready to go. Let's do this. Come on, Mr. Speakers. This one, I think. I was so almost ready for... Okay, so just starts halfway through a song. So she's older now, definitely. This is the oldest I've seen Aurora. She doesn't look like a child anymore.
I shouldn't have kept the knife in my heart for so long. Guess I shouldn't have held back when I needed you to know. Guess I shouldn't have kept the knife in my heart for so long. Guess I shouldn't have held back when I needed you to know. Ooh, 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 oh, I just want to cry. Ooh, ooh, with you tonight. Ooh, ooh, oh, it's perfectly fine to breathe the hurt that's gonna die. So much you still don't know. Here's to us now, my dear, going deep now. Oh, this fear is contagious. Now we're here, let our glasses overflow. Guess I shouldn't have kept a knife in my heart for so long. Guess I shouldn't have held back when I needed you to know. Guess I shouldn't have kept a knife in my heart for so long. Guess I shouldn't have held back when I needed you to know. Ooh, ooh, oh, I just want to cry. Ooh, ooh, with you tonight. Ooh, ooh, oh, it's perfectly fine to breathe the hurt that's gonna die. Oh,
Yeah! Okay. Wow, okay. So that's sort of a far cry from what I've been experienced to so far, because she's no longer a young woman. She's grown now, and she's just exudes confidence, Aurora. And it's cool. It's amazing to see that how she's grown up. And so what I meant to say when I said I didn't know what direction she would go in, that first album is very like pop centric, and at first I wasn't sure how well, because the first few songs I heard I loved, and then a few of the songs I listened to I didn't love as much, and then I did find more I loved, and then there's stuff that I didn't like that when I put the sum of its parts all together as an album, it came together really well. And so the individual songs I pulled out that I didn't like as much ended up being a perfect fit into the album. So it was more of a sum of its, the sum of all its parts until the very end. And then I think I even said on another video, it sounded like the last two tracks, I think, were just like tagged on, because it was this perfect flow until the end of the album, where there's a remix, maybe two remixes, but that could have been something they just, like I said, I don't even know if it was a digital, like a deluxe edition or something. But anyhow, I'll get back to that. Where are we at? When the Dark Dresses Lightly. Now, I don't quite know if this is a new track. What I was trying to say earlier, twice now, I've lost my thought, is that I didn't know where she was going to go after the first album. It's good to hear, like, this has got still very tribal. It's power centric, and by the end of this track, it's rock. It is a live performance, playing to a festival. So again, I was talking about the raw energy. So it could have been, set up for that, but there wasn't. I saw one one of the live performances I almost started to watch had like a full orchestra. This had a drummer, a bass player, looked like one background singer, with both of them were kind of had like a synth in front of them, some sort of synth setup, but and a guitar player. That's pretty cut down. And so that gives that raw energy. It's something I've always believed, like, it doesn't have to be a three-piece band, but like when it comes to bands, it's amazing what a good three-piece can do. And a lot of times, if you fall for a three-piece, you know what I'm talking about. It's just when you've just got bass, drums, and guitar, or what other instrument. It could be a piano, and one of them on the vocals. They have to fill it all out. You can't lean on two guitars playing counter melodies and all this. So like every part has to be very strong. And now they got bands with 10 guys on stage, or 2 drummers, or 3 guitar players. There's a lot of bands that have 3 guitarists, and which is fine. But it's like that magic of a good 3-piece. It's just untouchable, because again, it's just raw energy, and it's just a very few instruments that are having to make all the music. And so there's usually space, where the more instruments are, the less space there is for all the individual parts. And so you get to really hear the bass, you get to really hear the guitar, or whoever, if it's a pianist, or I don't know about Cosmo. Well, I was talking about Cosmo. The more I've heard of, when I've been listening to those tracks, I'm wondering if the man's trained in wind instruments, because that seems like most of his songs are led by wind instruments. I have a lot to find out and listen to there, but because I remember the description said multi-instrumentalist, and I'm thinking, okay, well, every almost every artist that's a self artist always says multi-instrumentalist because they put all the stuff together. Anyhow, that's a different topic. This was an awesome song. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not necessarily my favorite song, but I've only heard it once. It could be like some of the others, grow on me and become my favorite song. But it was an amazing performance. I would have loved to have been there. I would have had a blast. It was really cool to see her, how much she's matured since what I've been exposed to. Now, I do want to watch that growth. I was attracted by the thumbnail when I saw all the people there, and I was like, oh, this is a festival, and I'm glad I watched it because now it gives me a little more confidence, going forward. I didn't know if she would become like a pop sensation or go more dark, or because some artists, once they get their fame, they want to keep it, and then other artists say, yeah, I'm glad we made that first album, but now I kind of want to push things in my direction. Especially when a producer is so heavy-handed on a first album that they discover an amazing artist, and then they bring in these very extremely talented producers to make hit after hit after hit, and that artist is like, yeah, it's a great, I love the album, but I didn't really get to write it. I had my I had my voice in it, but I kind of want to make what I want to make now. And sometimes they get to do that. So I've been so curious on where we were headed. And it sounds like she doesn't, just what I can tell here, she doesn't abandon. Seems like she moves in a direction that she leans heavier into what was in her mind from the beginning. Because you can hear it all through the first album, but you can also hear producer's heavy hand on it. Anyhow, that was great. Thanks for joining me on that discovery. Let's get out of here. Have a good day.